What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is having a good day thus far and a good week. This week has been filled with, it seems like, an abundance of trailers. Some we were expecting, many we weren't expecting, and I think this one here we're going to be covering off in this video for this trailer review and reaction is one of those where I don't think we were expecting this one. It Feeds trailer. Twilight star is haunted by her possessed client in new horror movie. So last time I saw anything reported on this film was just the fact of casting and that it was in production, and that was from an article from 2023. I couldn't find anything else updated about this as far as really any substance. I don't want to say relevance because it's all relevant, but as far as any substance to the art, to the film, like any great details that we could have shared. Now, I was just scrolling around, came across this, and it's the trailer. We got our first trailer for this film. Now, we are going to go through this article a little bit just so you get ourselves caught up on the film, you know, what it is about, who's in it. But this article appears to have already provided their reaction to the trailer. So when we get to that section, I'm going to skip over that. I don't want to poison the well, so to speak, by looking at what they're saying before we even watch it. So if we jump down into some of these details here, and as you can see, it mentions right here at the very top, this article covers a developing story, continue to check back. So this is within the last 23 minutes, so obviously more information is continuing to come out on this. This is Screen Rant was the only site that I saw that was reporting on this trailer, that had it up or even mentioning it. None of the other typical sites had even, maybe they haven't caught wind of it yet, and I'm sure they'll be having it on their site soon. But the trailer has been revealed for It Feeds. It Feeds is a horror movie directed by Chad Archibald and featuring a leading cast including Ashley Greene, Sean Ashmore, Mark Taylor, Juno Rinaldi, Laura Murdoch, Dave Dwyer, and Ellie O'Brien. The film follows the story of a psychiatrist whose life and career is disrupted when she is unexpectedly visited by a young girl who believes a demonic entity is feeding on her. Archibald has also serves as a writer and producer on the film, which is co-produced by Cody Callahan, Morris Chapeland, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Navad McClargy, Evan Otani, and William G. Santor. If I pronounced any of those names incorrectly, I apologize. It's not to offend. Just haven't had to pronounce them before. All right, so moving on, we have the trailer here, which we're going to look at in a moment. The trailer begins by establishing the protagonist, Cynthia Winstone, who is a psychiatrist. Cynthia gets a visit at her home by a young girl who says she sees things that are highly disturbing. Cynthia believes that something is attached to this girl, but things quickly take a turn for the worst as Cynthia's daughter, Jordan, also finds an entity attached itself to her. This leads things to devolve into chaos as Cynthia works to help her daughter while maintaining her own sanity. All right, so this is just a picture of the actress from her Twilight days, and that's what this looks like. That's what this touches on a little bit as well. We don't care about that. We're not going to read on that. Based on the thriller, It Feeds will focus heavily on its possession plotline, this time making things a family affair, while the plot kicks off with a chance encounter from an outsider. This is just a bit more of a synopsis. We don't need to read that. Now, this is where we get into, it says more to come, but a little bit more on the author's reaction to the trailer. We're not reading that. I don't want to poison the well. But just the fact that this synopsis mentions, I mean, we have here, it's talking about possession. I think even at the top, if we go back up here, it mentions, we'll go up a little bit more. I know it mentions somewhere about demonic, but I'm not sure if it mentioned demon or not. So let's go back here. It just says here, Jordan quickly takes a turn for worse as Cynthia's daughter, Jordan. Okay, we already know that. Sees things highly disturbing, believes that something's attached to this girl, but things take a turn. Okay, so I mean, it's dealing with possession. Whether or not it's going to be straight up demonic possession, like what we would see from like an exorcism film. Hopefully the trailer. Oh, right here. who believes a demonic entity is feeding on her. So we have that clarified, a demonic entity, and it's talking about possession. So you all know I love the subgenre, the religious subgenre around demonic possession, exorcisms, exorcists, things of that nature. So if this is leaning into that, it's already checked off that box for me. I can't wait to see this trailer. I'm hoping the trailer lives up to what we have just gone over as far as the synopsis. So we're gonna get back to the top of this article. All right, so let's pull up the trailer and see what this one is about.
That's all the time we have for today. Someone digging around in your mind takes a lot out of you.
Hi. Can I help you? I need to speak to Cynthia Windsor. I need help. I see things.
What kind of things?
There is something attached to that rope. Something terrible. We don't know these people. We can't trust them.
Mom, I'm seeing it. This won't be pleasant. If an entity has attached itself to you, it will be the weakest part of your mind, where you hold the most pain. We'll need to go there to find it.
Cynthia, wake up! Ah! Where is she? Where's my daughter?
Don't be scared. It's worse if you're afraid.
So that was a pretty quick trailer, only about a minute and 28 seconds, give or take. So yeah, there's a lot to unpack on that trailer. So the little girl obviously showing up. She's the one we're obviously talking about in the synopsis. Shows up at the psychiatrist's house. Looks like she looks to see what's on her. We obviously see her reaction when she realizes what this evil spirit, this demonic entity is that's attached to her. But I'm wondering, in the synopsis it mentions that the daughter also gets something attached to her as well, and we see that play out a bit in the trailer. But I'm wondering if the interaction between the little girl that shows up at the beginning, which I would imagine is the beginning of the film, somehow the demonic possession unattaches from her and then goes and attaches to the daughter. Because we also see where the mother-daughter are talking, and she tells her, hey, it's going to be in like the weakest part of your brain. That's where we need to look for it. And when she goes to touch her, put her finger on her daughter's head, and it's as if she's entering her mind. We saw a bit of jumping out there, and if you quickly noticed, her arm, the mother's arm, was covered in blood. So it was almost as if whatever was happening in her daughter's mind was now happening externally, like almost like in the real world, right? We don't know what role. We only saw him in a few snippets. We don't know what role Sean Ashmore is playing. I'm not sure if he's the ex-husband or whatever, but we saw him briefly, very mysterious. Not sure what role he's playing. We obviously saw the demonic entity a couple of times. One when the little blonde girl was being like having her psychic episode or being read, but then we also saw it even more so when it attached to the daughter. As far as when we were in her mind, there was some bloody creature that we saw as well. When the daughter was laying in the bed, as if she was looking at her door that it was opening. The mother then we move on, and the mother seems like she might be in some sort of psychiatric ward or hospital, because we saw her immediately jump back in fear. But then the trailer ends where we see somebody else, not knowing if that's the blonde girl, but somebody else was fully possessed and then goes and touches her arm. Now that could have been happening in somebody's mind and could explain why the blood was on her arm when she was reading her daughter. Maybe that's where that's attached to. Not sure yet. I'm all for this. Like I said, this checks off a lot of boxes for me when it comes to possession, demonic possession, things of that nature. So very, very interested in this film. We don't have a date yet, as you saw in the article. It's a developing story, so more information will be coming out. So as we get more information on this, hopefully today, if we do, well, we are looking to do a live show tomorrow on Friday. So if we have that information by then, we'll bring it up during the live show and update everybody. Otherwise, drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about the new trailer for the new upcoming film, It Feeds. Again, it's coming in 2025. We just don't know when in 2025. Also, if you haven't done so, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Peace.